Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are good today. And I hope the lighting is a bit better now. I did manage to sort of sort that out. Obviously earlier my lighting wasn't the best, but I'm back. I'm back with another video. I'm going to talk about Trossard. There has been an update about him. But of course, like I said, guys, I'm more than happy to answer any questions you guys have for me today as well. And I'm happy to go through any questions while I'm chatting away with you guys. But obviously big up to the chat as well. Good to see you, Lavin Hi, Soph. I hope you're good. I'm good, thank you. I hope you're well too. Good to see you here in the chat. Big up to all of you guys that are watching this. Obviously, before I get started, please don't forget to like this video and do subscribe here too if you're around here. If you haven't subscribed before, make sure you are doing that. Big up 170. Gonna hello gossip. And yeah, flicks to expect from requests. Not many. I don't think he'll be big on his hair flicks, to be fair. But yeah, I think Halafuri is that guy. No to gods. They're the hair flickers in the team, really. But yeah, today I'm going to speak at Trossard's future because at the moment it's very uncertain. Like, I have generally no idea where he's going to go. Obviously, today there has been rumours about him going to Brentford. Brentford do seem interested in him. And to be fair, I think that wouldn't be a bad move for him at all. And it'd be a good move for the club. But we're going to have to see as well the latest on that. Obviously I will share my screen as well so you can chat a bit about that, and I will see if there's any other news about Arsenal today. Obviously I did do a video earlier today about a different player, so I didn't want to repeat myself and do the same sort of one. But I hope you guys enjoy the video today. I'm going to be speaking about Trossard. Brentford are interested in him. I will read you what I've heard about this situation. So Brentford are reportedly interested in signing him this summer, as his future is uncertain at Arsenal. According to Football Transfers, Brentford have added Trossard to the list of summer targets. The Bees are keen to enhance their attacking options and believe that he could add quality and experience to their squad. As I said, I don't think it would be a bad option. He's got that experience. He's got the quality. I don't know how much we would get for him. Like, let me know, guys, how much do you think we'll get for Trossard? Because I don't think we're going to get a big amount. I mean, 20 million, I reckon, would probably be the best we're going to get for him, but we are going to have to see what will happen. Big up the chat, big up Kumar, hope you're good. Good to see you in the chat, Kumar. Obviously, big up to all of you watching. So yeah, I think with Trossard, I think if I had to give you guys an answer, I'd probably say he's more likely to leave than Martinelli. Just sense that Martinelli will stay. So yeah, I'm interested to see if that is the case. But yeah, Martinelli probably might stay. It depends. Like, if Trossard's not happy with the lack of game time, then I think that's completely fair enough. But obviously, it's interesting to see what will end up happening. I know the window is open for a while anyway, so we are going to have to see what is going to happen, what is going to emerge. So yeah, let's just see what happened there. Big up 170 Gunner. Heard we sold 15,000 season tickets. Is that true? Is that for the women's team or just in general? Let me know so I can answer that. Because I know a lot of people have got their season tickets to the women's team, and that does quite a good. A lot of people, getting them tickets. So if it's the women's team, then let me know. Yeah, as I said, there is some news about Trossard, which I'll happily share my screen and discuss that. Yeah, I heard something like that we did sell a lot of tickets. I don't know how much it was, but if it's 15,000, then that is amazing. And I think the team absolutely deserves that. I hope it is because they're amazing. So yeah, guys, I'm going to share my screen to chat about the latest news. That I've seen today. Obviously, I'll come back to the chat as well, guys. I'm going to answer your questions and read out your questions. It just gave me 2 seconds. I just want to share my screen so I can give you guys some more information, obviously about the situation. So yeah, bear with me, guys, for just 1 second. So yeah, I'm just going to share my screen. Have to do it this way for some reason. But yeah, obviously, this is the latest news. With Trossard to Brentford. As I've just said, they do seem interested, but I will read out some information. The 30-year-old Belgium international, who has been a value squad player for us under Arteta, is now being seriously considered by Brentford as the ideal replacement for Johan Wizza, who is pushing to leave the club for Champions League football with Newcastle. Obviously, I heard about that one as well. Sources close to the situation have told us that Brentford are willing to offer Trossard a 3-year deal, a proposal that could appeal the forward, to the forward given his age and his current status, which runs out in 2026. So his contract does run out pretty soon, so I won't be surprised about this. Trossard is understood to be happy at Arsenal, but previously made it clear to Arteta that he would consider leaving if a deal was too good to turn down lands on the table. This could be one of them. Brentford, who are bracing for imminent departure of Wizza, is currently informed the club of his desire to leave, with Newcastle interested. So yeah, obviously it says the Bees have acted quickly by opening talks with the players' camp, and whether that turns into an official bid now rests on how the 30-year-old is the opportunity. So I think it just sort of now depends on Trossard. As we said here, his current deal Arsenal does run until 2026 with an option for another year, but there's no final agreement yet. Obviously Trossard is probably thinking to himself now about his future. He's probably weighing up, should I stay at Arsenal, might not get a lot of game time, whereas if I go to Brentford, I probably would get guaranteed game time. So I think he's probably tossing up and thinking about his future, and I think that's fair enough. At the end of the day, if he wants to have more game time, then probably going to Brentford wouldn't be a bad thing. He's played a useful role last season at Arsenal, which we finished second. Arsenal concerned Eze, his long-term role could be more or less defined. Arteta values Trossard's experience and versatility, but he will not stand in the player's way if he wants to leave, which I have heard. Trossard won't push to leave Arsenal, but should Brentford follow up their approach, reform where things could accelerate? So obviously at the moment nothing has actually accelerated yet. It's just seeming that they're interested. They haven't put a bid in yet. So it depends for me. The impression I'm getting is that it depends what Trossard wants. If Trossard wants to leave, then I think it'll happen. But if Trossard wants to stay, I think he'll stay. I think it's completely fair enough, because at the end of the day, Trossard won't be a starter next season. He's going to be a bench player. He's going to be someone that will come off the bench, and if he's not happy with that, then for me, he has every right to want to leave. But it just depends how much money we can get for him. So I'd take 20 million, but he is a very solid player. If I had it my way, I would keep him at Arsenal. But if he's not happy here, I can't argue with that. Big up Lavin, who says, surely we've got to sign left wing if Trossard leaves. Yeah, I think if, no matter if Martinelli leaves, Trossard leaves, whoever leaves, we have to replace him. And yeah, we do have to bring in a left winger as well as Eze. So I think we still got a lot of business to do. Big up to Nanki, good to see in the chat. Hope you're good. Hey there, I think Trossard's better than Martinelli. Yeah, I think, like I said, I would rather keep Trossard here. I think Trossard is more I just find more impactful. Like, if he comes off the bench, I think he's going to give you that energy. Whereas Martinelli, as we've all pretty much said on here, I think he can be quite predictable of how he plays. And that's not on him. It might be how Arteta might be telling him to play a certain way. We obviously don't know these things that are going on behind the scenes with Arteta's tactics, all of that. But obviously, if we do want to bring in a left winger, we have to generate some money somehow. So, yeah, I do think it would be good to sell one of them players to, make our team even better. But Trossard has been, I think he's been a solid player. I think he's been a really good sign. I think I'd give him about an 8 out of 10. I do really like Trossard. I think he's appreciated by the fans. I really do. And I just prefer him, to be honest with you, than Martinelli. I don't think you can always predict what Trossard's going to do. You can always shoot outside the box. He's really good at doing many different things. But yeah, obviously Brentford wouldn't be a bad deal, especially if he's wanting game time. And if they're replacing him, then I think this is understandable. But of course, for me, it depends on the money situation, because say we got 20 million for him, which winger out there would we go for? I don't know what Arsenal have in their mind. I think we want to target Eze next, but I don't really know who we are going to bring in to replace him. So I'm going to have to see what happens, but we definitely need to replace him if he is going to go. Big up Aldi, always good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Big up Soph, hope you're well. Can't wait to see Gokras play at home. Yeah, me too. I'm excited. Obviously, the game is on, I think it's on Wednesday, isn't it? I'm not going to speak about this a lot today, but I don't know if you guys heard about Partey going to Villarreal. I thought that was a bit of a disgrace, to be honest with you, but I'm not gonna mention that too much. But yeah, the game is going to be exciting. I'm really excited for that one coming up as well. Hopefully Gokras can get some minutes. The best looking striker in the Premier League. Good evening, Roscoe, good to see you here. Hope you're well and having a great day. Big up 170 gun. Every time Trossard plays, I think Martinelli is better, and every time Martinelli plays, like Trossard's better. Yeah, it. It's really difficult because I think if you're looking at the stats, they're pretty much the same. Maybe one of them has more goals, but it's really difficult because Trossard can sometimes come off the bench and you can be like amazed by him, and sometimes he can play and you don't know he's playing. I just think we've got a very predictable attack on the left wing, so I think either way we need to improve. Even if Trossard stays, we still should bring in another winger. If I'd have to choose, I prefer to keep Martinelli over Trossard, but only if he can get back to his old playing style. Yeah, it's very difficult because Martinelli does have that potential. We have seen Martinelli be really good, but I think that's the reason he's just being. It's not like the Martinelli that we all know, and that's really sad because I remember ages ago Martinelli had an injury, and we all said, "Oh, why can't he come on?" And he got more time, and you could see him, and you felt like he was really enjoying his football, and he was quite, yeah, energetic on the pitch. But now he just seems very much like he's not doing much. He's just very limited. That's what I said. I think limited is the right word to describe him on the pitch. So yeah, I think it's a frustrating one. It really is, but I do think we're going to sell either of them. I think one of them should move on. We got Mafia Boss who says sell Trossard and get Rodrigo or Leo. Yeah, we need to get one of them. I mean, Rodrigo would be the dream, but I don't know if that would happen. But we need to make sure we are bringing in someone. Maybe Arteta tells them not to create chances and then he pass backwards. And maybe I do think Arteta must tell them to play a certain way. I think they'd be more expressive if that wasn't the case. Obviously, we don't know what happened, so it's hard to know, but I do possibly think that could be the case. If Arsenal can get 20-25 million with Trossard, he would be good business from Berta. I doubt any club would pay more than that. Yeah, I think that the worst case scenario that I think 20, I reckon 20 million we could get for him. I mean, I don't think we're going to get any more than 20, to be honest with you, which is a real shame because I think he is worth quite a lot of money. But yeah, I think it's a real shame, to be honest with you, but I do think he is a really good player and would be worth a lot of value. As you said, 25 million would be a good amount, but I just don't know if that would happen. Big up Panache, big up Sophie. For the life of me, can't figure out why players are such low valuations if or when it comes to them being sold. Some of these players should be going for a bit more. Yeah, I do think a lot of these players are going for quite cheap. It's really interesting to see like how low some of these players are going for. So yeah, I think for me, I would like to see. I mean, Kivior's another one. Kivior. Do you know what? My opinion, I think Kivior should be at least 25 to 30 million. I think people saying 20, 15, 20, I just think that's too low for me. And I think that'd be quite surprising if it was that low. So yeah, I'm really hoping that you're going to see us get more money for some of these top players because they do deserve to be paid. They deserve to get more money as a club, and if we want to bring the right players in, we need to be doing that. So yeah, I think we also, these players that go, it's quite like a low amount of money, isn't it? I think that's, for me, it should be a lot higher. I do think it should be quite a bit higher. We'll have to see as well what happened with that. Big up the chat. Big up Tyrell, Soph, mod me too. Well, I don't know how to mod people, but when I've ended the show, I'll figure it out, and if I can, I will, because I don't think I've got any mods on here. I think I've got one mods. I don't have many of them on here. I don't know how to figure that stuff out. I'm not really great with that stuff. Yeah, big up the chat. Obviously, good to see you on here. Good to see you all having a conversation as well. If you guys have got any questions for me, do send them through. I know I'm speaking about Trossard today, but I'm happy to sort of answer any questions you guys have for me as well. I know there's been a lot going on in this window. Obviously, with Eze, it's not much is developed. I didn't want to keep doing a video on Eze because I just don't know what is actually going to happen with Eze. There hasn't been any latest news developing on that. But obviously, big up to the chat as well. I did share my screen before. I possibly might check if there's any more news as well on anything else. But yeah, obviously, Trossard's the one that's going to get a lot of speculation because I think at the end of the day, I think it is probably likely that he could go if he's not happy. I think I'm under the impression with Trossard that it's down to him. Arteta's quite happy for him to stay or go. But I think if he is to go, as we've all said, we need to get a good amount of money for him. I wouldn't want to sell him for like a cheap amount because I think he's a solid player. I think he's a very solid option to have in the team, and it would be a shame for me if we did get rid of him for such a cheap amount. So I'm hoping that we will get a good amount of money for him. But like we said, he's been a very good player for us over these years. He's been a solid player for us, and I think he's been reliable. I know at times that we are very predictable on the left, and there's been games where he's been poor, but I think he's a much better option for me than Martinelli. I do find reliable, but we're going to have to see what happens to his future. That is obviously latest on him, but we are going to see if anything will change with that. Big up Cooper, good to see you in the chat as always. I hope you're good. Hope you're having a good day. Big up Aldi. I don't know, but I feel like Kepa could end up replacing Ryan next season. The same cycle Ramsdale experience. I mean, and be honest with you, I would never ever want to be in Ramsdale's shoes with what happened because I just think that was generally really horrible how it was dealt with. Like, I do think Arteta could have played him more, Ramsdale more. I know you have to be ruthless in front of goal, but I don't think Ramsdale was ever prepared to be that second choice and to be out the door the way he was. I think my honest opinion, I do think Raya's good. I think Raya is a very strong choice in goal. I just think, the mistakes he makes, I wish he could maybe limit them a bit and be more careful. But I do also think with Kepa coming, I think Kepa is really good at penalty saves. I think Kepa is really good. So I'm a bit like you. I'm not going to be surprised if he ends up coming in and steps in for Raya. But yeah, I don't want that cycle to happen again. It's very kind of repetitive and boring. We want to see the same goalkeeper, the same players in the same position. So I'm hoping that won't change. But ultimately, if it changes, it changes. I'm not going to be surprised. Have we done the celebration? No. I didn't really. I'm not that type of person to do this type of celebrations. But obviously, I'm happy we've got Gokres. I'm happy he's there because ultimately he is going to be a really good player for us. I hope so. But I think, as we can imagine, when he gets his first goal, the crowd is going to go wild and it will be pretty crazy when he does get his first goal. But obviously, yeah, I'm not really going to do that celebration. I just wouldn't really do that for me personally. But yeah, if you guys want to celebrate, I'm more than happy for you guys. Do you prefer to see Calafiori or Lewis Skelly on the left? Ooh. I think I'd have to go Lewis Skelly. I mean, I know Lewis Skelly's young and I know he can make the odd mistake, but I don't know. I just feel more comfortable with him there. I think Calafiori is defensively, I think he struggles, and I just think it's injuries as well. I do really have my doubts about Calafiori going to next season because of his injury record. I do think to myself, is he going to be able to play a lot of games? But I think Lewis Skelly, I think he's young, he's coming through and he's done a really good job last season. So I would definitely keep Lewis Skelly areas. I would like to see him continue to get those regular minutes because I think he's a great player as well. So yeah, I would keep him there. Lewis Skelly on the left for me. He's earned his right to be in that team on the left, and I wouldn't drop him. I think it would be quite harsh to drop him next season. It's like Timber and Ben White. I much want to see Timber stay. Timber's done really good. Timber has earned his right to be there. So yeah, I would still like to see him there. Big up the chat, Skelly, 100% facts. Skelly and ready. Well, I know there's been games. I think there was a PSG game where he struggled, but these are all learning curves for him. These are only going to make him a better player. And we must forget, I think he's only 18, isn't Skelly, so he's still young. But what I would say is that with Calafiori, I think he's a great attacking player, but I do really think as though he does struggle defensively, Calafiori, and I think he's only had one season at Arsenal. I do want to give him time, and I think some fans have been a bit harsh. Like, I would give him time. I'd give him maybe another season. If he's had a similar season and he was struggling defensively, then I'd probably think about maybe moving him on. But I think I just like Calafiori. I think he's a player that, I mean, that goal against Man City he scored was phenomenal, and I never celebrated like that in my life. But yeah, I think for me that's something that I think I like about him in the attacking sense. But yeah, I think they're both different players, aren't they? You can't really compare them. But I think Lewis Skelly is young, he's developing and he's improving. He will make mistakes. Same with Calafiori, has his moments too. So yeah, but thank you for your question. Big up Levin J. Slightly off topic. Do you follow any of the sports and football? Not really. I mean, I don't mind. I watch things if the Olympics is on, I watch it, or if tennis is on, I watch it. But I don't watch it. I wouldn't go on my way to watch any other sports, to be honest with you. But there's one thing I wish I'd like. I wish I liked F1, but it just doesn't do anything for me. Unfortunately, I don't get that excitement. But yeah, football's really the sport that I love. Tennis is nice watching, but I don't have that love for any other sports than I do for football. Really. Um, we might see Lewis Skelly putting in more crosses next season. The pre-season he's been focused on crossing drills for Gabriel Hines, and I just realised his crossing is actually being quite weak. Yeah, I think that's something that he definitely needs to continue to work on. For sure. But I think it's about him improving next season. We've seen what a great player he is, and I think he's only going to get better. So I think he just needs for me a bit of time. Obviously, in different opponents, you are going to struggle. There'll be games where he does really well. There'll be games where he struggles, and I think it's hard because I think if he really struggled, I think you would take him off in a game where he's really out of his depth. But I think all we can do is hope he can continue to improve. But I think he's done really good. Like I said, he's really earned his right to be in this team now. I'm really happy with the progress that we've made under him, and yeah, I do really like him as well. California gets her standing still. Calafiori is I like him, but obviously I like him in the attacking sense, but I think that his problem is his injuries, and I just think you can't have players in a team that you can't rely on. I think that's the biggest problem that we have. We have so many players in the team that aren't reliable, and I think that's the problem we have. I know we moved on like Tomiyasu, I know Tierney's gone, but we need players that we can rely on and that can do really well. So yeah, I think Calafiori is someone that a lot of fans aren't big on, but I like him, especially going forward. But I think defensively, he definitely has to improve. But as I said, it's his first season in the Premier League, so I do want to give him time to sort of adapt and get used to it. And yeah, I do want to see how he will do next season. But I do think he has to do well next season because this season he's had his moments. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how it goes for him. But yeah, I am rooting for California. I do like him, but I think if it doesn't go well for him, I think we should cash in probably, maybe. California is our best model and the perfect underwear ambassador. Yeah, I think I can't argue that. I do want him to improve. I do like him, but I think he has his moments, I would say. If you're Arsenal fan, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, Arsenal fan. Big up yourself. Thank you so much for your support. And yeah, guys, please do make sure, guys, you're liking this video, guys, and subscribing. I know there's a lot of you in here at the moment, so please make sure you're subscribed and liking. Obviously, I did say I won't be here on Wednesday to do a watch along, but I will be doing watch along for the game after that. So feel free to join me in that. But I do enjoy doing them watch songs. I've enjoyed doing them and I am enjoying them. I think it's great to chat with all of you guys as well. But yeah, big up to chat as well. Appreciate all of you guys that are here. And like I said, I'm happy to answer any questions about Arsenal the season, etc. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying my video as well, because I've been on here about an hour today. So yeah, I hope you all do enjoy my video. If you've got any questions, do send them through. But yeah, I'm happy to answer them as well. But yeah, big ups to chat. I appreciate all of you that are here. But yeah, I think California is I think there's a lot of players in me next season that have to do a lot better than last season. I think California I don't think he's under a lot of expectation, but I do think he has to do well. I think Martinelli, if he's here, and Odegaard. I mean, I've been impressed with Odegaard, actually, to be honest with you guys, so far. So I think if Odegaard can just continue what he's doing, I mean, in pre-season, he's giving it a go. He's shooting outside the box. He's creating those good passes, but yeah, I think for me, we just have to keep seeing what we're doing and keep it up, guys. I mean, I hope we're going to see more of Gokres before the game against United away, because United away is when it matters most, and I think that's going to be really tough. I think it's going to be a lot tougher than what people expect, that game. But I hope we can just do our job, and those 3 points for me are the most important things. So I hope that is something that we will do on that game. I like tennis too. The cricket was exciting today as well. Yeah, tennis. I do like watching tennis, to be fair. The women's, the men's do watch. Big up Audi, who says, who do you think would be Arsenal's main free kick taker next season, especially indirect free kicks. I mean, do you know what, in pre-season, I think when you watch pre-season, you get an idea of maybe what some of these players, when they take free kicks, are they going to be, um, the free kick takers? Because we've seen Declan Rice take some in pre-season. We've seen obviously on corners, we've seen Saka, and I don't know if Odegaard's taken any. I think Declan Rice and Saka being the main sort of free kick penalty takers. I would like to see Declan Rice. With Odegaard, the thing is, I know he's a creative player and he can be creative, but I just feel as though he isn't the guy for me. If we need to win a game and you've got a free kick, I would want to see Declan Rice. So for me, I think as though Declan Rice should stay on it. Declan Rice should definitely stay on them free kicks. With Odegaard, if we're being honest, there's only one free kick I remember him scoring. I think it was against Burnley ages ago. So I think for me, Odegaard hasn't done enough for me in those free kick situations. So I'd probably say to you, maybe Saka, Declan Rice on free kicks. I think they would be the guys that I would feel better with. I'm not saying I wouldn't be happy if Odegaard did it. I mean, Odegaard could find a good pass in the free kick, but I think Declan Rice and Saka are just much better at that. So I'm hoping we are going to see that next season. With penalties, I don't know. Is our penalty Saka or Odegaard? I can't remember. But do you guys think we should change that? Should Gokres be our penalty taker? I mean, I know he does score a lot of goals. But obviously we're gonna have to see what happens. But yeah, I do think with free kicks that Declan Rice and Saka should be on that. Um, I'm American, never seen cricket. I mean, I don't really watch cricket ever, to be honest with you. But it's fun to play, I guess. Big up AJ, good seeing the building. I hope you're well. Trade Trossard for Wiser. Sorry if that's wrong. Please, thank you. Yeah, not a bad shout that. Yeah, tennis is great. We have AJ says 15 likes. Big up to you guys that are watching this. Obviously, please don't forget to like and subscribe here for me. And there's about 13 of you, so please don't forget to smash them likes. You, AJ. Trade Odegaard for Eze. Odegaard is not good enough. I think Odegaard, for me, I mean, we're all entitled to our opinion, but I would give Odegaard another season. I do want to see him get a bit more of a chance. I know he struggled last season, but he is a captain, and I don't think I'm not giving up on Odegaard yet. I want to see him next season. If he has a similar season, then fair enough. But if he does really well and proves people wrong, I will be very happy about that, because I think he's a great player in the team. So I do hope that we are going to see Odegaard much better next season. With Odegaard, for me, I just want to see him get more goals, to be honest with you. That's the part of this game that I want to see. I want to see him get more goals, assists, all of those things. Yeah, big up the chat. Always good to see you guys. Gokres should be a penalty taker. Yeah, I think he should be, to be fair. Let me just yeah, I think he should. I think he would definitely do that for sure. Let me just yeah, it's fun to play. I do agree. There's a lot of sports that I think are fun to play, but I don't think I have that so exciting watching it. I mean, I like playing tennis. Not great, but it's different when you're watching it to playing it. It's different. It really is. Do you watch the Tour de France? Not really. I mean, that's something again that doesn't excite me much, but it's nice to do it, I guess. Let me just go through questions. Gokres might be one of the free kick takers. Honestly, I always want to see him penalties. He has the same technique as how. Yeah, I think for penalties, I would give it to him. There's no doubt about that. I'm not saying I wouldn't give him. I'm not saying that I wouldn't give him that chance on free kicks, but I think if we're going off last season, I think Declan Rice is the guy for me. On corners, I think Saka's quite good. Odegaard possibly on corners. These things we need to make the most of, because I'm going to be honest with you, the set pieces in the pre-season in corners haven't been great so far. So I think that's something that we have to keep working on. Big up Matthew Boss. Do you think we'll get Eze done before the season starts? Well, does the season start about 15th of August? It's the 3rd today. I hope so. I really hope so. I'd probably say yeah. I hope we can, but I just don't know. I mean, we have to put the bid in. and they'll have to accept that, and then he'll have to get his medical. So all these factors do matter. So I think it's going to take a lot of time for him to get here in this amount of time. So we are going to have to see what is going to happen. But I can only hope and pray he will come to Arsenal, in that time. Tyrell, good seeing here. Do you think Gokras starts on Thursday? Oh, I don't think he'll start, but I do think he'll get a good amount of time. I think Arteta might give him like 30 to 45 minutes, and I hope so anyway, because he does deserve that. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I want him to start on the first game of the season. I think he should be the starter. Havertz should probably come off the bench. So for me, I would definitely want to see him start. And if he has to start, then he has to build up his minutes and momentum. So for me, I would start Gokras, but I don't think he will start. I think Arteta will bring him off the bench. Big up to chat. We played American football when I was younger. Some things are quite fun to play. Bring up the chat, obviously. But yeah, I think for me, if I was Arteta, I would play Gokras, because even for 45 minutes, I would give him a good amount of game time. I want to see him have a lot of time to play and really show what he can do. Because I think he really would. I want to see him get a goal in pre-season. It would be nice, but I'm not putting too much pressure on Gokras in case it doesn't happen. So we are going to have to see what is going to happen with him. Obviously, about the game coming up, at the start of the season as well. So yeah, we'll have to see as well. When he will be getting minutes and how long he'll be playing for on Wednesday. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't start. But if he did start, then I would be very, very happy, of course, with that. I think a lot of other players need to get more minutes as well. I want to see a bit of Neri as well. I'll do a preview tomorrow though anyway about the game coming up anyway. But yeah, big up to chat. I know there's 15 of you watching, so big up to all of you guys here. Please don't forget to send any questions you guys want me to answer, as I'll be on here for an hour today. And if you guys have got any questions, send them through. And please don't forget to like this video, guys. And please do subscribe it also if you are new here. Big up Lavin J. Do you think Gokras is as good as we hype him up to be? It happens every summer. We hype players up and we never see them play. I think he is good, as what people are saying, but my only reservation is that it's a different league he's coming to. So I don't expect him to score the amount of goals he did at Sporting, because the Premier League for me is a very competitive league. It's a very fast-paced league, and I think it's going to be difficult for him in his first season. So I would say he's good, as what people are saying. I do think that, but I think it might just take him a little bit of time to gel in this team and adapt to this team. So I think that we need to give him time and be patient, but I do think he's really good, as what people are saying. But I know a lot of people actually did hype up Marino, and Marino's been different to what I expected. I prefer Marino as a striker to the Marino in field, but yeah, Marino is someone that just needs a bit of development, and I think he'll be a good player. We obviously have this, and we have this with quite a few of our other players as well. But yeah, we're gonna have to just see how he gets on. I hope he does really well here, and no doubt he will, because I think he's a very good player. All these discussions, and it turns out Arteta is using Madueke on the new left wing. But I hope Arsenal can get a new left winger in. I'm really fed up with our left side. Yeah, me too. I'm really tired of the left side. It's just very predictable, isn't it? And I'm hoping we're going to see Madueke for this game on Wednesday. I'm not sure if we will, but we're just so predictable. I mean, you know what Martinelli's going to do. He's probably going to try and shoot or put a corner in or whatever. So we need someone that's going to come in and, yeah, be different and be exciting to watch. We want to feel excited when watching Arsenal. I don't think we have that at the moment. So we need that back a bit, especially on the left. I can't watch Kai anymore. Mourinho should be second striker. I agree with that, actually. I think Havertz is just predictable. I just don't think he does much, really. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. In pre-season, I've not been massively impressed with him. I don't think he's done much, to be honest with you. And I hope people don't get offended by that, but I just don't know what I think of him at the moment with Havertz, about his future. I think it might be for the best if he did leave, maybe at the end of the season. So yeah, it's different. I think he's done the best he could, Havertz. I do believe that. And despite he shouldn't have ever gotten any hate or any abuse at all when he came here to Arsenal, but if you're asking, I think if I ask you guys this question, if you ask me this question, has he been worth 65 million? I wouldn't say he has. I think he's been a good player. I think he's provided goals, assists, and he's done his absolute best. But I don't think he's that guy like a Gokres or, I mean, whoever we've had in the past that have got us 20 goals a season, more than that. But yeah, I do think that he has done his best, but I don't think his best is going to win us a league. But he has tried. I can't argue his rate and his effort. He has tried. I definitely think the transition of him when he was in midfield to him being up top has been a big change, because when he was in midfield, I know Arteta started him in midfield and he looked just like you wouldn't know Havertz was playing. And then when you saw him, he got his confidence back. You really saw how much better Havertz. So I do see a good player in Havertz. I just think that where we are at the moment, where we want to be winning the league, he's just not the player that we need right now to be a starter. But more than happy for him to be maybe a backup player, someone that can come off the bench and try and make things happen. I've no problem with that. And I'm happy that we have a few options to bring on off the bench. We obviously got, as you said, Marino. We've got him. I mean, Martinelli as well. He can play in that position as well. So we have plenty of options in them positions. We just need to make sure that we do the right thing in that as well. So yeah, we'll have to see as well what happen. Fact, for some reason, I see Marino better than Havertz when he plays as a striker, especially in terms of positioning. Yeah, I do agree with that. Madueke joins the team tomorrow. I think he does. I think he's going to be part of the team for the game on Wednesday. Okay, let me just read out your comments. I see Havertz leaving next season. He surely prioritise the position in the German national team. Exactly. I think when you're a footballer, you do actually have to think about your international career as well, because if you're someone that's come off the bench, if you're not getting much game time, you're not going to get that chance to play for your country. So I do think he has to bear that in mind as well. And I think to myself as well, with Ramsdale, like now, I would love to see him back in the England team. I would love him to be a number one day, but I don't think that would happen. But I think with goalkeepers or any position, you have to think about yourself. You have to put yourself first. If you're not getting a lot of game time, then it's not going to help you for your international career. So, yeah, it's an interesting conversation, really. But I do, with Havertz, I think he's a good squad player, but I don't think that is enough for us going forward. And I wouldn't be surprised, as people said, if he does leave next season. I agree with you, Aldi, who says, "But Keeper, smash the likes and subscribe, everyone." Thank you so much, Keeper, for your support. And yeah, guys, obviously, please do make sure you're liking and subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. But I hope Arsenal don't replace Havertz with Nicholas Jackson. Really need to resist his temptation with Chelsea players. I mean, I did hear that we did reject that offer of Nicholas Jackson. I mean, I think it was offered to us and we rejected it. I mean, I'm glad we rejected it. I mean, we shouldn't really go for him. It's just ridiculous. He wouldn't help us at all in where we are. But I'm not surprised that he was offered to us. I did think we would go for him at some point. So I'm not surprised at all, but I'm a bit disappointed that he was actually an option to begin with. The thing is, you're doing the service to Havertz if you as a manager and fans are expecting him to win all for you. He's not that, but he's a very, very good squad player. Yeah, I do agree with you that. I think he's a good player, but he's not a great player. I think great players in the team are players maybe like a Saka, Raya, Timber, etc. We know that, but I think he is a good player. I just think that you can't make him to be what we want him to be. We might want him in an ideal world to score 20 goals a season, but us wanting that won't happen. You need to bring someone else in that is capable of doing that. But as Benatia said, he is a good squad player. He will be a good squad player for us. I've no doubt about that. In the cup games, I'm sure he'll step up and do what he needs to do, but he isn't for us going to win this league, and we have to accept that, really. Havertz has averaged over 20 goals, assists a season for Arsenal. He's a victim of narrative. He'll play a big role. Yeah, I do agree with that, Roscoe. Big up to Roscoe. Good comment there. I think he's definitely going to have a big role in this team. I don't think he should be a starter necessarily, but I do think that he's going to have a big part to play in this team when we need him to be here. When we need him to step up, if we have any injuries, I'm sure he can come in and help us. So, like I said, I don't think that's a bad thing as well, having been that in that position. So yeah, I do think that he'll be an important player for us. I've no doubt about that. I just don't think he will be a starter anymore, which isn't a bad thing at all. It's not like terrible as him not being a starter, but he will be a good player in the team. And we'll probably get Modric and Jackson. Oh my god, I remember Modric. I remember we were going to go for him and it just didn't happen. I don't actually know what happened about us not getting him, but I think it did work out for the best in the end. We got Trossard, and Trossard's been an amazing player for us, and I've really enjoyed watching Trossard over these years. I don't know how long Trossard's been there for, but Trossard has been a really important player for us. So yeah, I have enjoyed watching Trossard here as well. Everything does happen for a reason. You bring these players in for a reason, and it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. But yeah, I just really hope that whoever is part of ours next season will be important for us. Kai isn't a bad player for real. It's just that Arsenal need someone beyond that level. Havertz there. We're not going anywhere. We're seriously an upgrade. Yeah, I do think he's probably, as if all established, I think he's a good squad player, and I think that is the limit. I don't think he's able to. I don't think that's his role. I do think in a team that he's just a good squad player. That's it. I don't think he's going to be someone that can like take us to another level. And I think if we can just accept that, then I think that's probably going to be for the better. But I do wonder if Arteta's going to like play him in the field. Where's Arteta going to play him? I do really wonder that. So we are going to have to see what is going to happen. Havertz is horrible in the biggest moments. Can't can't miss shots. Yeah, I think if we were in a final or if we were in like a semi-final, I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't think he would get us over the line. I mean, I think he's just someone that's going to be there to step up when we need him to be. That's all I can say. I think he's a good player, but he's not there with the great players that we've had at Arsenal. So, yeah, I do think he's done the best he could at Arsenal. I do really believe that. Big up Pablo. Good to see you in the chat. I hope you're well. I'm not seeing you here for a while, so I hope you're good. Kite is the highest paid player at Arsenal. I didn't know that, is he really? I mean, I know all these players get like a ridiculous amount of wage. Like some of these players, I think to myself, how do you get paid this much? It is crazy how much footballers get paid these days. I do think that is pretty crazy. But yeah, I think Havertz, I don't deny his work rate. I know he had an injury last season, so he was actually out for quite a bit of time. So you can't really judge him too much. So but yeah, I do think that he has been a good player for us, but it's just hard. Do you want him to be someone that you can't be really? And I think if we just accept that, then that'll probably help us. Yeah, that's a lot of money, that isn't it? 275 million, that is a lot. Footballers do get paid a lot, to be fair, anyway. I think it's ridiculous how much they get paid these days, footballers, but it's not surprising because I know that is what happens in football. And I know footballers do get a lot of money, even if they're on the bench. Players get paid a lot if they're on the bench. You don't even need to play, they get paid a lot. So yeah, I'm not surprised, but I think Havertz, I think he's definitely going to be someone that comes off the bench and helps in the game, but I don't think he should be a starter, especially now we have Mendy. Obviously, big up to chat. I'm going to obviously end the show when I've been on here for an hour, so probably I'll be on here for about 15 more minutes. I'm enjoying chatting with all of you as well, guys. If you have any questions, do send them through now before I end the show in 15 minutes time. And please, guys, do make sure you're liking this video and subscribing as well to help my channel out very much. But yeah, big up to you guys. Big up Aldi, thank you for your question. Do you see Mendy making a big impact for us next season? Yeah, I do. I mean, I've had my doubts a little bit about our midfield, how we're going to do, because we don't know how we're going to do midfield. We could really struggle. We could do really well. Our midfield is going to be different, so we just don't know how we're going to do. But I think he'll do good. I think him and Declan Rice will have made a great partnership together. I'm hoping Norgard as well can help out and step in when he needs to. I know it's a big dream as well for Norgard to come to Arsenal and to do, come here and do really well. So I'm hoping that can be the case and he can step in and help out Arsenal when he needs to. With Zubi, I think he's definitely going to help us with goals. I think he's going to be a really important player for us. So yeah, I'm hoping that he's going to help us out, and yeah, I think he'll make a big impact next season. I really do. Big up Cooper, bless Sophie in the chat. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Big up to you guys and watching this. I hope you are having a great day and weekend. Like I said, I'll be on here till it's hit an hour on my screen, so like 15 more minutes I'll be on here for. To be fair, I agree with Cooper that if it's true, it's kind of imbalanced with Havertz gets the highest paid in the squad. Otherwise, it's fine, just what you can. I think the wages is crazy at Arsenal. You do get paid a lot of money. I think you should definitely get paid a lot of money, especially if you're working hard. But it is obviously a crazy like amount of money, isn't it? Really, how much footballers get paid. Like I said with Havertz, he's definitely worked hard. I don't ever deny his work rate and how hard he does try for the team. But I just think that it's really interesting to see how much he gets paid. All these other players get paid as well, but yeah, I think of Havertz, like, I don't deny his work rate and his efforts, but I think we all know that that isn't going to get us over that line because it would have by now if it had have, and it hasn't really. So, yeah, I do think that he will be an important squad player for us. I do think he's going to really help us, but I think for us at the moment that we need to just make sure he can help us next season and help us do that job of winning stuff and getting us over that line. So, yeah, I'm hoping that all these players are going to play a big part in the season next season as well. Big up Roscoe. I don't really like how slowly Eze News is moving. Is it just me? Yeah, it has been a little bit slow. I mean, I haven't done a video on him in a few days because honestly, like, there isn't a lot to talk about with Eze at the moment. I think with Eze, I think the latest was just pretty much Arsenal seemed to be putting a bid in, but nothing had actually been confirmed. So I am thinking to myself, is that actually happening? Is it not happening? Like, I just don't know. But I hope he is coming to Arsenal. I really do because I think we all want him here, and I think he would be an amazing signing. So I'm hoping that he will be here and we can just get this done. But Roscoe, you are absolutely right. It's taking a very long time here. They are taking a long time to get him through this door. So I'm hoping and praying that we can get this done and he can come to Arsenal as soon as possible because I do agree with you guys. It is taking a really long time to get him through the door, and I just want him here as soon as possible, really. So hopefully, guys, we can get that done as well. But yeah, big up to you guys. Like I said, if you've got any questions, do send them through. I'm just going to put my computer on charge quickly before it runs out of charge. But if you've got any questions, obviously send them through. I'm happy to answer them, and I'll be back in 2 seconds. Beauty guys, I'm back. I hope you guys can all hear me good. Just had to put my laptop on charge, but obviously there's 15 of you in here right now, so if you've got any questions, obviously send them through. Please make sure you're liking and subscribing as well to my channel. I really appreciate your support today as well. Let's go through your questions. I like Berta's current approach in recruiting players. Either it's their value based on injury, absent records. This helps prevent us signing injury-prone players again. I mean, it's kind of sad to see one of the highest paid players at the club spends more time in the medical room. Exactly. I think it's good. I think you have to factor injuries in these things when you are signing players. I think that's good to look at. I mean, I know it's different, but with Isak, I remember us when we were looking at him, and I thought to myself, I love Isak, but I worry as well about his injury record. We have to go for players that don't have many injuries. I know with obviously Gokres, he's done pretty good without injuries. So we have to make sure we're bringing players that haven't suffered too many injuries because that is going to be like a big setback for us if we bring in a striker that gets injured pretty soon. So we do have to make sure that we're bringing players that aren't injured. Big up Chuck. Brentford as PR team should be able to afford him. Big up Chuck. I've not seen you here before, so obviously big up to yourself. And obviously, if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe here. And yeah, appreciate you here. Obviously, good seeing new people in the chat. But yeah, I don't think Trossard's going to be a lot of money, to be honest with you. I think he's probably going to be 20 million at the most. So they definitely could afford that. And I hope we can use that money for another winger or towards Eze. Obviously, I don't know how much money we have. And I know we're probably going to sell players on as well. But we could definitely use that money to make some changes in the team as well. So I'm hoping that if we are going to sell Trossard or whoever we're going to sell, we're going to use that money towards an attacker because we need an attacking player. I'm telling you guys, we really do. So I'm hoping that that'll happen. So yeah. I'm not surprised Brentford want him. He's a very good player. He's a very he would suit them really. He would, especially if they're looking for a replacement in the attack. So yeah, I think he would be very good there. I think Trossard's consistent and he would be a good player. So yeah, interested to see how he will get on if he does go to Brentford. Do you think the promoted clubs will make an impact in the Premier League next season? I feel like Sunderland could be a threat to the big teams. Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't remember who actually came up. I know we have Leeds, Sunderland. I'm not sure who the other team was. Let me have a look actually while I'm chatting with you guys. But yeah, to answer, I do think that. I think Sunderland will be a bit of a test, especially for us because we do not deal with those low block teams at all. I think they're going to be quite hard to play up against. I'm just seeing who came up. I'm trying to think. Burnley as well as Burnley. Yeah, I think Sunderland probably. I mean, it'd be weird playing against Shaka. It'd be very strange. I never really imagined us playing against Xhaka. Like, I never thought we would actually play against him. But yeah, for me, like I said, I'm excited to see how it will go, and how some of them will do. Leeds as well. Leeds will be a difficult one. I'm excited to see how we're going to do in them games. So yeah, I do think they'll cause us problems. We do struggle actually against those type of teams. We have obviously got certain teams that we struggle in. Like we have those sort of bogey teams like a Newcastle, maybe United away. We have our own struggles, but yeah, I do think that. I also think, obviously, I'll probably do another video about my predictions for the season, but I'd probably think Sunderland will stay up. I think they'll do good. Burnley, we should win. Leeds, I'm not sure how that will go, but I think Sunderland will definitely. They've made some good signings as well, so that'll be a really interesting game. But yeah, I think the league next season is going to be exciting. Every season, it's always going to be exciting. New things are going to happen, more twists, more turns, more players are going to come in. So yeah, I'm excited for the league as well next season. Sunderland was immediately made Sunderland captain. Really, I didn't know he was the captain. Is he now the captain? That's crazy. But saying that, he is a very experienced player, so I'm not surprised. But at the same time, it is quite weird seeing him at Sunderland. I think to be honest with you, I think for him, he'll be a good captain for them. But when you're at a bigger club, I think it's a lot of pressure on your shoulders. I think he was always their Xhaka was our captain without being a captain. I think he wasn't a great captain. I don't think he could deal with that well, but I do think that he would be a great captain for them. He's got experienced leadership. I do think he's a leader in so many ways. I just think Arsenal just didn't go too well, but yeah, I do wish him well. I'm excited to see how he's going to do. I forgot to ask about Reece, Sambi, Vieira, Jesus. Who do you think we could and should realistically look to? Well, I think we should shift all of them, to be honest with you. I don't know if we're going to do that. Lokonga is being part of our squad for this tour. I'm not sure why. I think he should be moving on, whether that's a loan. Yeah, Vieira the same. I think where Vieira would go. I think Vieira would suit someone in Europe. Jesus, I mean, we all heard about Jesus going back to Brazil, so I don't know where he's going. With Reece Nelson, I actually heard about him going to Fulham. Obviously Zinchenko as well. I think we need to move him on, but I think if we're going to be honest, the only one that I see happening at any point would be Reece Nelson to Fulham. I think that it'd probably go there, but I don't really know when that's going to happen. I have heard it's happening soon, but Reece Nelson to Fulham would make sense. He would get regular game time there as well, and I think he would do really well there. So we're going to have to see if that one will actually happen at all. He's the captain now. That's pretty good, but I'm a bit surprised that happened so quick. Big up Thomasin. Trossard let him go bench player at best. Big up Sophie. Big up yourself. I will keep Reece. I would sell Reece. I think we need to move him on. I think we need to get rid of Samuel Congo. I mean, he's been on loan, but I don't know what's happened with him. Big up yourself. If it's Mugansali, Joseph, big up yourself. Good evening, Sophie. Which winger will sign with us? I'm watching live from Uganda. Big up yourself. I would love to hear where you guys are from in this world. Honestly, I do not know who we're going to sign on the left wing. I think we should just send someone that's maybe young, experienced, and not predictable. That's what I'd say, but I don't know who we're going to sign. I mean, there's options there. I mean, I suppose Anthony Gordon's one, Leo's one. Rodriguez one, but these are probably maybe unrealistic, so I don't know what the club are going to do. But yeah, we need to sign a left winger, but big up yourself. I'm sure they'll be sold or maybe go on loan. Arsenal just need to adjust for the best price for them. Yeah, 15 million for them. I mean, let me look. So, Reece Nelson, 15 million, maybe 10 to 15 million for him. The Conga, I don't know how much. Vieira, maybe 5 to 10 million. So that's like 25. Jesus, maybe like 10, 15. It's really hard to see how you can generate some money for these players. I know Sinchenko is another one that we need to move on. Reece has a future for us, the rest now. I don't think he does, because if we're being honest, like, how does he get into this team? I just don't think he's what we need. I always think if players have come to Arsenal and it hasn't worked out, it hasn't worked out for a reason. And I know he's helped us in moments and he's had potential, but I think at this high level, it's really difficult to step up and be consistent. And I'm sure he would have a few good games for us, but I just don't think that. I think he's what we need. We need someone new on that left hand side. Big up Thomason. I was like Arteta when we win nothing again. Brings it down and we'll win the league in 27 and Champions League. I don't know. We're going to see how the season goes. The season's not started yet, so pardon me, I will give it a chance. I want to see how it goes. But yeah, I do think Arteta is under quite a bit of pressure next season to get it right. I think with the players we've brought in so far, I think we're doing good, but we all know we need to keep improving and strengthening in the squad already. So yeah, I think there's a lot of players coming through, obviously, that we need to give a chance to the young players as well. But we need to generate some money. Yeah, it's going to be hard to generate some money. It really will be. I mean, Sinchenko, I think we could get 15 million for him. Who else? Reece Nelson, maybe 15, 10, 15, maybe that. 10 million, probably. 25. Yeah, it's. Unfortunately, that is how it's going to be. You're not going to get a lot of money. Do you think Max Darnham will start in the domestic cup games? Yeah, I do. I do think he'll start in them games because obviously it does depend on who we get. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me like the third round if we've got like Liverpool and Man City, but he deserves that chance. I know he's very young, but I do think he can step up and do the job that we need him to do. I think he's a very good player. I think you can rely on him to do a really good job. I would definitely give him a chance. I'd give obviously I want to see Waneri, I want to see other players that haven't had a chance to do really well. So yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to see more of these players come through and get these chances. Who's winning the league for you? Do you know what? At the moment, I can't answer because I think I just don't know who we're going to bring in. I don't think this should be like the finished article yet. I think we need to bring in more players. Obviously, if we bring in Eze or whoever else, I think we could win the league. But at the moment, it's hard to say. I suppose at the moment Liverpool, but we need to make sure we can bring in someone left because the left-hand side, as we all know, is predictable and we need to make some changes in that area. So hopefully we'll make some changes in that area. But obviously at the moment it's hard to say because we've not made enough changes in the attack for me to be convinced we could win the league. So I think I need more time to see who's coming in. But I do think we'll win silverware. That's not a doubt really in my mind. I think we'll definitely do that. But obviously I need to see us win more stuff next season. But obviously guys, if you've got any questions, do send them through here. I'll probably end this in about 5 minutes time. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, do drop them in. I'm happy to go through them. And please do guys make sure you're liking this video and subscribing as well. I'll be back tomorrow as well. Probably tomorrow morning to chat with you guys, maybe 11 or 12. So feel free to join me tomorrow. Yeah, somehow we've been unlucky in cup draws these past seasons. I hope next season we can seriously fight for domestic trophies alongside the league and the Champions League. Yeah, we haven't had the best luck in cup draws, but I think we just need to get through whoever we do have and whoever we face. I think we need to win something. We need to win something next season. We absolutely have to do that because ultimately we've gone so long without winning something. Manchester's not good enough to me to win the FA Cup. But we're going to see. Any time will tell really what we can do under this manager. I am hoping that we can win something under him, but it has been a long time since we've won something. So let's just hope we can do that and, get over that line is going to be the most important thing next season. But yeah, I think at the moment it's hard to know if we're going to win anything because we've obviously not got all of the players in. I think we're going to make some more play. I think we're going to add some more players into this team. So it's hard to judge right now, but I can only hope and pray that we are going to bring some players through the door. Hopefully we will, because I think this team isn't a finished article yet. I think we do have to add some squad depth to this team at the moment. Hopefully we will. Only time will tell though, guys, if we will. But like I said, I'll be back tomorrow as well, guys. Probably 11 or 12 if you guys have any questions for me before I go, let me know. But yeah, obviously let's try and get this video to about 30 likes if we can, if those are still watching. But big up the chat as well. I've really enjoyed chatting with all of you today. It's gone so quick again. It really always goes so quick when I chat with all of you, but I've generally enjoyed myself. Enjoyed chatting with all of you today. I'll be back tomorrow as well to do some more content as well. Like I said, unfortunately, I won't be doing a watch on Wednesday, but I will be back as well to preview tomorrow for the game coming up on Wednesday. So hopefully we can get the job done and we'll see Gokwen's get a lot more time there on the pitch. But yeah, big up to you guys. I've really appreciated watching my show today. I've generally enjoyed it. This hour has gone so quick. And I really appreciate all of you that have watched my show today. And like I said, I'll be doing many more shows tomorrow and the day after. So yeah, big up to the chat as well. And yeah, hopefully, guys, we're going to win silverware next season. And hopefully, we're going to sign a player soon. Hopefully, as they can be that guy. And thank you so much, Aldi. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks for today's stream. Comment the next one. Take care. Take care as well, Aldi. Good to see you in here. But yeah, take care, everyone. Hope you'll have a wonderful night or day, whatever you are in this world. And obviously, before you go, please don't forget to hit the like button on this video. Please do subscribe here as well. That helped me out very much. Thanks, Kevin. Always good to see you in the chat. Thank you, everyone who has tuned in today. I've really enjoyed chatting with all of you. And yeah, I hope you'll have a wonderful day. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.